Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. In this YouTube video, this is episode 18 of the free YouTube course. Right, in this video I'm going to explain, as a day trader, how can you take profits when scaling out plays, what is the most beneficial way, and again, what I am looking for myself when taking profits. I'm going to use the examples of some current trending plays, which is WTO, Hollow, GME, VOXX, BOFF. So these are stocks I am watching into next week. Just a couple, of course I'm watching a few more, but this is a basis of what I'm watching. Now, how do we take profits and what areas do we look at? Number one, I always start with the daily chart. Now the daily chart, I kind of look for the most areas of the most significance, and we could quite clearly see here for this it has been the high of 0.1383. So this could be considered as a major profit taking zone tomorrow. Now let's just move to the daily chart. And after this, what I do is I normally switch off to a lower time frame. Reason being is, again, what areas in the lower time frames are we seeing that are rejecting resistance quite a bit. Now we've got an area around this level. Now let's say I got in this play. My average on this play I think is around the 0.0680 range. We entered this last week, so let's say I entered this around 0.07, right? My first area, I'm looking left. I'm looking for areas where price has bounced off historically. Not even historically, just for the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So we got this level here. Let me see this. Let's mark this triangle. You can quite clearly see this is a significant area of resistance, right? Why? Rejection, hold. So we held this 3 times before coming back, retesting, rejecting, and going down. Now this would be my first area, like zone, where I could take profits. Another thing I do is I normally have a set target, which is about 5-7%, and sometimes even 10, depending on if a play breaks out or not. But my usual profit taking is around the 7% range for me personally. So what I do here is, this is my first level, around this level. If it's 7% is just slightly below, I'll take it just below before we hit, just in case it's a harsh rejection. Now when I look for another target, which is PT2, I'll start looking left and I'll start looking for more major areas of resistance. Now when looking left, where have we rejected the most from this chart? If you guys want to go ahead and pause the video and mark your charts out, you could see. So we've got an area around 0.941. Why? So let's look. Right, this is this red candle before breakout. We rejected here once, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5 times. So my next area will be around the 0.0950 range. Just to see if the play does break out and continue, we should test this area. Then you got another area around 0.1, which is a psychological level, right? And this is probably the main major area for me on the chart. Reason being, like I said, psych level. Again, last time we broke this area, look, we quite clearly see when we broke out, we ended up paying 0.13. We look left more. Let's just look left and look. We just bring this all the way over here. So we got this area here, 0.1-ish area. We break out and we should see a nice move. So my profit taking with the something like this would be, if I was day trading it, would be 0.0850. If you're going to get up above this, you could still enter above. Wait for a 5-minute close above. You got a 0.09, 0.1 area, which is another area profit taking, and then of course you got that major area around 0.13, 0.14. So this chart, this is what it tells me. I hope this kind of does help you as well intraday. Now let's move on to something like GME, for example. Now with GME, it's a bit harder to see, but I'm using my daily levels. These are my pre-marked daily levels, which is around this 24-25 area. Again, a psychological level, which is one of the main reasons why I marked it. Another reason why I marked it is because we quite clearly see we have rejection in this area. We held here, rejected here, and again we could even argue we got resistance around the 24 area, but I see more of a resistance area around here. Again, even considering the volume, there's quite a bit of volume around this area. Now, so when looking left, I'm looking at other areas. So the cycle level is quite important to me, and this is a bit of a harder chart to mark. So I'm gonna switch over to 30-minute chart and see is there anything else I'm missing out on. So what I would do here is, let's say we entered on the break around 22.5. I will look left and I will look for significant areas. I can't really see anything. Small time frame, switching the 4-hour chart. So my first area would have been around 22, 23-ish. Reason being is, entered at 22 and quite clearly see historically we have rejected off this once, twice, 3 times, and then we haven't been able to break above. Then looking left a bit more, we could quite clearly see we have rejection around this 23.5 area and this 25 area. So that's how I kind of view it. When you can't see in other time frames, just switch over a 4-hour and you can mix in that for your profit taking areas. Again, even the 5-minute chart, like if I wanted to, let's say I got in on a smaller time frame, right? I always want to keep a profit of at least 7%. So if this doesn't give me anything, this is more of a swing trade. I would not have entered this play as a day trade personally, but yeah, So when I look left on the 5-minute chart, I'm looking, okay, where's historical levels, and I know this is an area of resistance. So just in case, let's say we get in here, I wouldn't really enter this play. Reason being is that profit targets are too less, so I just avoid it. All in all, VOX is another. Let's just look at this 30-minute chart and where profit taking has been historically. Actually, let's start with the daily, like always. So we quite clearly see in the daily chart we have a level around 3.95, $5, and 5.79. Let's switch over to the 30-minute chart and we can quite clearly see profit taking has happened quite a bit in these areas here. So again, these are my areas of profit taking areas. Let's switch over to the 5-minute chart and let's say we get an entry around this area here, this first support zone here, right here. My first profit taking will be around 5.4, 5.5. So I have a strategy where I'm always keeping the 7 to 10%. I'm taking those profits, and then I'm keeping my stops around 70%, and then I would have aimed for that 5.7, 5.8 area. Reason being, again, this is a daily level, so we should see quite a bit of rejection. Now another setup is BOF, and how would I approach this on profit taking, right? So like I said, we are key support zone. Now looking at the 30-minute time frame, you can quite clearly see we got resistance here. Let's say we enter here. If we entered here, my profit taking would be the first around the 2.25 zone, and you can quite clearly see this is about 7%. So I'd probably keep about 2.22 just in case we reject off the psychological level and we can't really take profits. Then above this level, I'm looking left and I'm saying, okay, where have we rejected again? 2.44 is a very clear level. So let's say you enter at 2.25. So this 2.4 level, and it's giving me 7%. So again, this is a play I would enter. So my profit taking on this, looking left, because you rejection, and that's how you look at profit taking. This is how you kind of compare and look at charts. Now let's switch over to the 5-minute chart and see, okay, what is this telling me? I'm going to look at this historically, right? Let's look at the history of the stock. So we got profit taking here. So you see this play, it consolidates here quite a bit, right? Just here. And imagine we enter this around 1.1. My first level will always be 7%. So around here. So my first area would be around 1.22, and you can quite clearly see we have rejected it historically based on the red candle. And then you got another area around 1.32, which is another area of profit taking and before a breakout. So it's always by looking left on the lower time frames for intraday day trading, profit taking. Another one I want to see is hollow. So hollow, we can quite clearly see this is an area here, and I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. What area, if I enter into this tomorrow, what area am I looking at profit taking? 0.44, 0.45 seems to be a reasonable area, but let's look for our first 7%, very 7% for us. So in that range, 5 to 7%. So if I did get into this play, I would aim for that area first. Reason being is I don't want this to double top out before rejecting. So looking left, you look in the high time frame, you can see this is a significant area, which is why I've marked this on my chart and I've discussed this area being the most significant into tomorrow. If we break out, this would be a good area to also enter potentially for a long trade. I hope you guys understood this video, understood the concept of profit taking as a day trader. If you did, please hit that like button, drop a comment below. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.